Brother, are you aware of the case involving P Diddy? I know many of you are already up to date with the situation, already shocked, some maybe not so much, but I want to talk here about things you haven't heard anywhere else. For those who don't know, P Diddy is an American rapper, a music producer, and he has been involved in a scandalous case in Hollywood, and is also connected to several other celebrities, including people, actors, and actresses that you admire. Recently, he was arrested for many serious accusations, such as sex trafficking, promoting prostitution, and racketeering. What once seemed like a glamorous world, Hollywood, is now involved in very serious controversies, and many people are shocked, especially because they know it won't stop with P Diddy. This will spread, God willing. The whole truth. The truth will come to light. Everything that's hidden will be revealed, as Jesus said it would happen. There's no point hiding everything under the rug, because eventually the truth will come out. In today's video, I want to talk about what no one else is discussing regarding P Diddy. Brothers, was this man just a piece of a much bigger puzzle? Is there someone behind P Diddy? Someone nobody knows about, maybe someone you've never even heard of? But today, I'm going to reveal here that P Diddy was actually a puppet in the hands of a very powerful man, and you'll be shocked by everything I'll reveal here, alright? But before we start, I'll just ask you to subscribe to my channel. Click the subscribe button down below, activate the notification bell, because I want to help you on your walk with God every day, alright? I always bring up current topics and want to offer a biblical perspective, and I also want to help you understand the word in a simple and practical way, okay? So let's go. Brothers, P Diddy's real name is Sean John Combs. He's one of the most powerful figures in music. He started his successful career in the 90s when he launched his own career as an artist and ended up building a multi-million-dollar empire, becoming one of the big names in entertainment. P Diddy is well known for his parties and lavish lifestyle. Everyone wanted to be around this guy. In 1993, he founded Bad Boy Records with the support of a man named Clive Davis. This label quickly gained prominence by promoting talents like the Notorious Big, Faith Evans, and Mace. Maybe you don't know them, but they were very successful at the time. P Diddy stood out not only as a producer, but also in music and fashion, founding the Sean John clothing brand and launching several successful ventures like Ciroc Vodka. But brothers, we know that not everything that glitters is gold. Many people today become successful, explode in fame, and many of us start to envy these people because it seems like everything goes well for them. Everything is perfect, they are truly happy. But brothers, we can't look at the neighbor's grass because comparison is a great trap of the devil. Many people spend time comparing themselves and stop watering their own grass. Got it? And what happens? We begin to see that behind that image of success, there's a dark side. One of the strangest episodes in P Diddy's journey was the rivalry in the 90s between the East and West Coast hip-hop scenes, which ended with two tragic deaths that shook all of Hollywood and the world. These two deaths were Tupac Shakur and the Notorious Big. Tupac was murdered in September 1996, and to this day, the crime remains unsolved. Just 6 months later, the Notorious Big, a great friend of P Diddy and one of the stars of Bad Boy Records, was also killed. Many theories suggest that the rivalry between the Death Row and Bad Boy Records labels may have played an important role, as these two companies were competing in the music industry. P Diddy has always denied involvement in the murders, but rumors suggest that he knew much more than he ever shared in interviews. For many people, these deaths were motivated by power and business disputes within the industry that remain unclear to this day. In 1999, P Diddy was involved in another scandal. He and rapper Shyne were involved in a nightclub shooting in New York, where 3 people were injured. Shyne was arrested and convicted, but P Diddy avoided prison, even though he was carrying an illegal firearm. We start to realize that there was something about P Diddy, someone protecting him, something that proved he wasn't a good guy. And then, what happened? Recently, some controversies began to surface, and this time it was serious. His ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, accused him of physical, emotional, and sexual abuse. She told the police that for many years he psychologically tortured and manipulated her. A viral video showed P. Diddy assaulting Cassie in a hotel, sparking a series of other abuse allegations involving other figures in the music industry as well. Another point that caught a lot of attention was P. Diddy's involvement with Justin Bieber. Bieber, who had a rebellious adolescence, was launched by P. Diddy when he was still a child. He lived a luxurious life from a young age, and there are indications that P. Diddy made Justin Bieber have inappropriate experiences for his age, leading him to a lifestyle that wasn't suitable. Many believe P. Diddy may have abused Justin Bieber, so there are some very heavy things involved. Another piece of news that has recently made headlines was the fact that Will Smith would take his son to P. Diddy's parties and make him have sexual experiences, which is unbelievable. Recently, Justin Bieber has started to drop hints in his music videos, as he knows he's dealing with dangerous people. Many fans have interpreted the signs in Bieber's videos as a criticism of how he was treated by P. Diddy. The accusations now surfacing against P. Diddy are also related to secret parties known as white parties, and also freak-offs. The white parties were luxurious gatherings attended by the biggest Hollywood stars, including Leonardo DiCaprio, Will Smith, Beyoncé, and even Anitta from Brazil attended these parties. Everyone wanted to be at these white parties because nobody knew what really happened behind the scenes. But we can't watch videos showing these parties with everyone dressed in white and accuse them of something because not everything that happened there is known. However, we do know that some people were involved, and now the truth is starting to come out. What happened after these parties was the freak-offs, which is the darker side of the story. At a certain point, they would start warning, from now on, only the mature, the experienced, should stay. They would make a selection and send some people away, and things would become more serious from that moment on. Denzel Washington, a close friend of P. Diddy, once said that these parties were okay to attend, but when the devil arrived, it was time to leave. Denzel Washington didn't stay for those parts. Even Eminem has always accused these parties in his music and has always made complaints. 50 Cent did too. But anyway, for those who stayed at the party, things got even more serious because these parties involved abuse and drugging people, and when they woke up, they didn't remember anything. They only felt the pain, and there are reports of secret recordings used to blackmail the participants. Did you hear that they found 1,000 bottles of baby oil at P. Diddy's house, probably for these parties? With the recordings they made, he blackmailed people. And people were afraid to reveal everything they did to them, and no one had the courage to report it. All of this shows how extremely controlling, manipulative, and dangerous P. Diddy was. And this reminds us of another case, Jeffrey Epstein, a man who was known not only in the music scene, but across all areas, in politics, among billionaires, and many influential figures worldwide were associated with Jeffrey Epstein. This guy did heavy things, very similar to P. Diddy's case, always to satisfy his selfish interests, always related to abuse and drugs. It was something very strange. He took people to a closed island, and there, the acts took place. When Epstein was arrested, people thought he would reveal the names of everyone involved, but what no one expected was that Epstein mysteriously died in prison. No one can understand what happened, and officially, his death was recorded as suicide, but many believe he was silenced to protect powerful people involved in the case. This is when we see, brothers, that money rules this world. How many people have power, money, influence, and remain unpunished after committing serious crimes? And we get to the main point of the video that I wanted to talk to you about. Who is behind P. Diddy? And I've already mentioned this name in this video. Maybe you didn't notice. This man's name is Clive Davis, the man behind P. Diddy's career. He's known as one of the greatest strategists in Hollywood history, and he's been a very influential figure in music for many decades, even if you don't know him. Usually, we never know who's at the top of the pyramid. Clive Davis, who began his career in the 60s and founded Arista Records in 1974, one of the most respected record labels of all time. To give you an idea, he was responsible for the success of Whitney Houston and also Aretha Franklin, showing that he was a man who knew a lot about this business. He wasn't just a very good music producer, but also a strategist. He knew how to promote people's careers, and no one dominated the market as much as he did. And it was when he saw P Diddy that he recognized a possibility and an opportunity to expand his power in the hip-hop market at the time, and he supported the creation of Bad Boy Records, P Diddy's label. But nothing Davis did was by chance or for free. Clive Davis was P Diddy's mentor and taught him how to exploit young talents and even remove anyone who could stand in the way of his path to success. And that's when we start putting the pieces together. It's believed that Clive Davis had been protecting P Diddy for a long time from the police, from all the accusations, and from anyone who tried to speak ill or criticize the label. Many people are now bringing up the case of Michael Jackson because shortly before his death, he began to denounce Sony Records, started speaking out against the leaders who controlled the music and entertainment industries. There's even an audio recording of Michael Jackson saying he was being pursued. So I also have no doubt that Michael Jackson was simply silenced. Clive Davis knew that if he wanted to maintain his power, he needed someone younger, someone to seduce all these people. He wanted to create a new era of entertainment. Davis might also have been linked to Epstein. And we start to see that everything was connected. They were abusing young people, people who had talent, people who were hungry for success. And we come to a point that I'd like to discuss with you. Nowadays, people are so addicted to wanting to be famous, and social media promotes this even more, and people don't know the danger behind it. Brothers, many people, of course, have incredible talent. They know how to sing very well. But often they have to make pacts. Often something malicious, satanic is involved, because sudden success is not normal, and we know it's not that simple. Something may have happened. I'm not saying it's always the case, but usually, there's a dark side involved that few people know about. And the Bible says, brothers, in 1 John chapter 2 verse 6, that everything in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, this does not come from the Father, it doesn't come from God, but from the world. And what are we seeing in all these stories? The manifestation of this lust. As I said, people covet the things of the world too much, and Jesus himself warned us. What good is it to gain the whole world but lose your soul? And it seems that when someone is in power, brothers, being praised, applauded, coveted by so many people, they think they are eternal, that it won't end. And then, of course, comes depression. These people, when they are in front of the crowd, they are all happy, right? Showing a facade. But when they are in the hotel room, alone, that's when depression hits. The person starts to think, what am I doing with my life? But they can't stop anymore. Because fame is like a drug. It's addictive. Notice that many people who once had this fame, this recognition, not only in music, but also in soccer and sports, later tend to become more depressed. Why? All of that ended. The adrenaline, the dopamine, all of it fades. Understood? And the person realizes that it was all just a facade. So brothers, let's seek to have a life with Christ, a life with God. Let's seek that. Let's seek to have a life that is truly worth it so that you don't end up regretting it later, okay? And I'm going to show you a video now of Mel Gibson exposing something terrible he witnessed in Hollywood. In fact, he says he interviewed the Antichrist. I'll leave the video here now, and don't go anywhere, all right? Watch this, and you'll be amazed too. God bless you.